Guys, yesterday was March 9th, 2023, and I drove up to the Skyline Drive to hike this trail. This is the Old Rag Fire Road, and that takes you to the Robertson Mountain Trail, and the Robertson Mountain takes you to the Weakley Hollow Fire Road, and the Weakley takes you back to the Old Rag Fire Road, and finally back to the parking lot. Now, All Trail says that this is a 10-mile hike. As you can see here, I recorded just over 11 miles. The elevation gain was 2,690 feet, and it took me 4 hours and 18 minutes to complete this hike. This trailhead is located at milepost 43, and right in here is the Timber Hollow Overlook. And if you're traveling north about 1/10 to 2/10 of a mile beyond that, you'll see the trailhead over here to the right. Now, I'm going to walk you through this hike and give you my observations. Um, Starting right here, it's all downhill to right here. And remember, I took this clockwise. So right here, I made a left onto the Robertson Mountain Trail. And it's 2.37 miles from the parking lot to this location. And then once I made that turn, it was all uphill to the summit. And that was approximately 8/10 of a mile. Once you get to the summit, it's all downhill. And look at these grades. I mean, these are very steep grades, and which makes the going very, very difficult, and it's very hard on your legs and very hard on your knees. So you're glad when you reach the bottom. I got to tell you, my legs were like rubber when I got down here, but I recovered fairly quickly. There is a stream down here, which is really nice. Now you don't have to cross any streams on this hike, so you don't need to take any shoe coverings or any special shoes or anything like that. Once you get down here to the bottom, you will make a right onto the Weakley Hollow Fire Road. And that road is about 1 mile and ends right and dead ends right here back to the ORAG Fire Road. And you're going to make a right here. And the Weakley Hollow Fire Road is all uphill. Matter of fact, it's all uphill back to the parking lot. And and look at these grades. They're very steep grades, and once you get right here, the fun isn't over. You still got 2.37 miles to go. And that's going to take you back. It's all uphill again, back to the parking lot. Now, about right here, there are some cabins. There's a couple cabins here. And I put some footage and the video of these. I'm not certain what they're for. If you guys know, leave me a comment below. Um, One thing to consider is I took this hike clockwise. Um, I'm thinking if you were to take this counterclockwise, you could cut about 2 miles of elevation gain off your hike. And this is why. Starting here all the way down to right here, it's all downhill. Once you get right here, you would make a left onto Robertson Mountain Trail, and that's going to be uphill. That's going to be about 1.6 miles to the summit. And once you get to the summit, it's going to be, of course, it's going to be all downhill to here. Once you get right here now, it's all uphill to the parking lot, and that's about 2.37 miles. But this is my thinking. By going counterclockwise, you're going to cut about 2 miles of elevation gain off your hike, and you're going to make this an a much easier hike. Um, when I got there that morning, I got there around 7:20 and it was 24 degrees outside and the wind was blowing. When I finished the hike, it was 37 degrees, so it didn't warm up very much, but the wind had laid. Now, this is my overall observation. This is a very difficult hike, and if you do it clockwise, it's that much more difficult. About 2 miles of elevation gain more difficult. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys some film footage that I took today, and hopefully this will give you some idea of what the trail is like. I hope you guys, if you decide to do this, I hope you guys enjoy and be careful out there. I'm here. It's about 7:30. It's 24 degrees. This is the trail here, the Limberlost Trailhead. And I'm going to be taking this trail right here. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to be taking the Old Rag Fire Trail. Okay, it's about 7:40. I've just started out. I'm on the fire road. And this is pretty easy going right here. There's nothing difficult about this. 0.6 miles in, and I'm crossing a stream. So you cross the stream at about 0.6 miles. It's there's an incline. It's not severe, but nonetheless you feel it. I'm coming up on a couple of side trails that take you to White Oak Falls and Big Meadows. So you would take this trail right over here. And then this sign here says take the fire road back to Skyline. I'm not certain what this is. This building here, I thought at first it might be a bathroom or something. It's locked. Maybe that's a storage shed or something where they keep tools or something. I'll have to look. I'll have to research that building to find out what it is. At 2.37 miles in, you're going to make a left off the fire road, and you're going to take the Robertson Mountain Trail right here. A 1/10 of a mile in on the Robertson Trail, and so far it's a fairly steep climb. It's not severe. It's not a severe climb, and the trail is in good shape. There's not a lot of rocks. I'm 2.7 miles in, and the Robertson Trail has become much more rocky, so I'm not making as fast as progress as I was before. But as you can see for yourself, it's not bad. I'm about 3.2 miles in, and this is my view. Very nice. And this is the trail. First really nice view. This is the edge of the cliff, and this is what I'm looking at. This is a very steep descent right here, and let me see where I'm at as far as mileage is concerned. I'll let you see for yourself. I'm 3.76 miles in, and so far I've got 1 hour and 30 minutes into this. 4.5 miles in, and this is the thing. The descent down the Robertson Trail on the back side of the mountain, it's a challenge. It really takes it out of your legs. There's a steep elevation loss, and there's a few rocks, and but you're just stepping down, 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 and it really has over time it has a impact on your legs. But I seem to be doing okay. I'm 4.9 miles in now. I'm at the base of the mountain, and this is what was waiting for me. A nice, beautiful stream. Five miles in, and this has to be Old Rag Mountain. I'm guessing that's Old Rag Mountain right in front of me, right here. I did that a couple years ago. It was a challenge, but something that I really enjoyed, and I want to do it again. Okay, I'm at the 5.1 mile mark. There's an intersection here, and I'm going to be taking a right. This is going to be the Weakley Hollow Road here. The Weakley Hollow Road, the Fire Road, is a nice welcome change from the Robertson Trail that I just got off of. And that's going to hook me up with the Old Rag Fire Trail. Now over here is Old Rag Mountain, and I don't know if you guys have hiked Old Rag Mountain or not, but it's quite a challenge. Right from the parking lot, it's all uphill, and it is a killer, and there's a lot of large boulders that you got to scramble over. But if you haven't done it, it's worth the challenge. I have a video on my climb. Check it out on my channel. Every inch of Weakley Hollow Road that I'm just getting ready to finish now is uphill. Now I'm coming back up to the Old Rag Mountain Fire Road, and I'm guessing I'm going to take a right here. Old Rag parking, Weakley Hollow Fire Road here, and I'm making a right here. I made the right turn from Weakley Hollow Road. It's been a very steep elevation gain. Wow, this is really a killer. I don't see how vehicles can get up and down this thing, but especially in bad weather, looks like they will slide down. Even my feet are slipping under me. I am back to where I began the loop. I began the Robertson Mountain loop right here. I took that to the Weakley Trail, and the Weakley Trail back to the Old Rag Mountain Fire Road. So I got 2.37 miles left. This is the thing, from the Weakley Road to that point right there, it's over 2.5 miles, and it's all uphill. Back to the loop. These are the numbers. Traveling time 3 hours 36 minutes. Elevation gain 1,939. Distance 8.66 miles. So that's back to the loop there. There are a couple houses up here, or cabins, it looks like. I'll have to look into this and see what they're used for. This was a good hike. It was strenuous. You might as well say, I'll do the math when I get back, but I would say about the last 5 miles is all uphill, and I went clockwise. So I took the Old Rag Mountain Fire Road to the Robertson Mountain Trail, and then to Weakley Fire Road, and then back to the Old Rag Mountain Fire Road, and back to here. But this is a hard hike, only because you got to go through, you got to go over Robertson Mountain, and going down the backside is very difficult. And then the last 5 miles is all uphill, so that's a real challenge. But I'm glad I did it. It was a beautiful day. When I started out, it was 24 degrees. Right now, I would say probably it's still in the upper 30s to low 40s. It's still pretty chilly out here. But this is the parking lot, and I'm at mile marker 43 approximately. The Timber Hollow overview is right down the road here, just south of here, about 0.2 of a mile. I hope this is something that you guys decide to do.